So I haven't actually looked in detail at what's growing, but I've got this huge arbor of chayote that my mom planted for me. It started from one chayote that was buried down there, and it's taken over this entire cattle panel trellis. It's a 16-foot long trellis. And I've had some very kind people take care of my plants for me while I'm gone. So there's some little false starts there, some mint, and let's see what else is growing out here. I've got dahlias. They seem like they fell over, but they are in bloom. Some lovely red ones. Calendula seeds I'll be harvesting. There's like a lone cosmos over here. Kind of fell over in the wind. Kind of smoggy today in Seattle here. Hoping the sky clears up at some point. There is some Swiss chard over here. Looks pretty healthy to me. I think there's some turnips in here. Let's see, they'll probably bulb up soon, I'm hoping. Oh, here's some little turnip roots here. Looking nice and lush. These looked great when I started them a couple of weeks ago. There's more turnips back there. I think they're smaller, and some Japanese mustard. Sorry for the traffic noise. There's some parsnips in the back too. I see some powdery mildew starting on some of my squash plants, which is to be expected this time of the year. So here I've got some cucumbers growing, my cattle panel trellis, some little guys up here, and then this is called the Marble of Venice bean, and it took a while to take off, but as you can tell, they're quite lovely. I really wanted to grow these for the big yellow pods. I thought they were so cool. I love yellow bush beans. I think I had the Cherokee yellow wax beans a couple years ago, and I really loved those. So I'm excited for a pole bean variety that's yellow. This is called the, here's a big version of it, Turk's Turban squash. I don't know if you can really see the enormity of this thing. It's larger than the size of my hand. I hand pollinated that one, so I knew it was gonna turn out well, but it's really impressing me. It's quite big. Over there, hi kitty. A black cat comes by once in a while. I'm a cat lover, if you didn't know that. I think this is like the Paul Robeson tomato, either that or Moya Mensing. And I've got some little Napa Chardonnay tomatoes. Really cool variety. It's kind of like a kind of like a sun gold cherry tomato. It's got a little bit more of a milder flavor. I think it's well named. Got some basil going down there. Looks like the leaves got a little bigger. It's exciting. Let's see what else. Let's see how my mom's winter melon is doing. Maybe she already picked it. But there's some baby ones right there. I think she picked the bigger one, which is good. My mom helps take care of my garden sometimes too. She's the one who kind of gifted her talents to me. Here's some edible chrysanthemum, shingiku, which I've been drying and harvesting and drying for tea. Lots of lovely pincushion flowers. I've gone to seed. I'm saving those seeds as well. Straw flower. And then down here, I've got some cilantro. The radicchio, called Castelfranco, I guess. I've just been harvesting those for, like salad leaves. I was harvesting those for my CSA as well. Here's some carrots. Getting bigger. I love carrots. Some radishes hanging out there. Zuna. Let's see what else. Some more carrots. Some little baby bok choys I sowed. Probably need to give them a little more water. And then some herbs. I got some tarragon, some mint, see what else we got over here. So this is my sort of my main vegetable patch area. I actually haven't looked at any of this in detail, so I did see the tomatoes. I arrived at like midnight last night, so I didn't really have time to look at my garden, but this morning I kind of peeked out at it and I could see the lovely glow of tomatoes. Oh my gosh. This is Sheboygan mushroom basket. Oh my goodness. I will be harvesting these ASAP. Aunt Ruby's German green, which have turned German orange. I'm not really sure if they're like past ripe, but we'll see. These ones are Brandywine, absolutely gorgeous and prolific. I pruned it to 3 stems. You'll see one, and then these 2 split into 2, and then this third one, almost 4 actually. This one split up, and they're still massive. So I would recommend growing this variety for sure if you want to grow big beefsteak tomatoes. And they're still climbing. I mean, it's September, I think 9th today, something like that. But they are 13 feet tall. It's crazy. Here's some more crushed heart tomatoes. This is Sun Gold Select. Some of them have been picked off pretty well already, but they're still producing. These ones are really cool because they're like the Sun Gold tomatoes, but they have been bred to have a thicker skin. So they don't, like, what's that called? We don't split when it rains. So that's really cool. The crushed heart, I probably could have pruned it to more like just one stem. You'll notice they're kind of small. There's a Rugosa Fulana squash. I guess kind of got forgotten about. Some peppers. Oh my goodness. This is always the summer vacation gardener's problem. Or the problem that gardeners have when they leave for a summer vacation. That's some kind of, what kind of squash is that? Long white of Palermo. This little eggplant guy. Oh my goodness. I ripped up my corn before I left, but here's some peppers. This is the Biquinho. What's that called? Yeah, Biquinho pepper. It's supposed to be a spicy one. This is Buena Mulata. A couple of varieties here is a chocolate bell pepper, pumpkin that hilariously got stuck in this cattle pedal, so I don't really know how I'm gonna extract that. Sometimes that happens with your fruit. You don't really, you can't plan for everything. And then some little veggies down here. Not quite sure. I don't remember exactly what I sowed in here. Oh, some kind of mustard. I'll give everything a good water soon. And then I have some blueberries tomato. Have this really cool like orangey flair to them. Kind of taken over this trellis here. More zucchini, more tomatoes. I think these are Paul Robeson. That's a Guatemalan blue banana squash, I think. And setting up a new raised bed here, TBA. And then got some daikon, some Chinese lettuce, some kale, getting some powdery mildew here, which is not unusual for this time of the year, but it's been kind of a challenging year for gardening for many reasons. See, here is some Hungarian hot wax peppers. See what else. A lot of these lettuces have bolted because it's, summer is not the ideal time to plant them, but I can maybe save some seeds if I want from those. I really want to save more flower seeds. That's the plan. And look at these squash. I think they're called Zapalito, something like that. Zapalito de Tronco. They're really cool, like circular squashes like this one. It's really cool. bell peppers, nice purple ones. Looks like they got a little bigger than the first ones I harvested. Giant, some kind of yellow squash or zucchini. And more Napa Chardonnay. You'll notice this one's split. So the Sun Gold Select that I planted doesn't have that problem. Another giant zucchini. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next time.